I've highlighted some articles and videos that use keywords from our past content. These are short, simple, and easy to understand even without much context. I hope this helps expand your English expression.
Review and different perspective. Reading practice. For speaking. Read silently or aloud, as if you were telling it to someone else. Articles and essays are read aloud and paused after each chunk or sentence, giving you time to read and understand the meaning before moving on. The video does not stop, so pause it where you want to practice phrases or any parts that interest you. While I do the rest.
I start with my front section. And pin it up while I do the rest of my hair.
I could never.
I proved them wrong. They said I could never do it. That I was too distracted. That I was unfocused. That I was not paying attention. That I was unable to concentrate. That I worked too much and did not dedicate enough time. I did not give enough time. I did not spend enough time on it. I did not commit enough time. I did not devote enough time. Thank you. You made me work harder. I made it.
Cricket is surprisingly successful in America now.
When I moved to California 19 years ago, I could never have imagined that a Cricket World Cup would be hosted in the USA. let alone that the United States cricket team would start out with 2 wins. Not to mention, much less, first against Canada. And today, Pakistan. Quite extraordinary. Meanwhile, Major League Cricket is growing in numbers of games. And attracting top players. Fun times.
I'm so grateful and amazed by how well the tour has gone, playing my music in so many places. I wish I could do it all over again.
I could never have imagined a year ago that I would be going to all these places. Playing my own music. I was hoping, when we organized the tour, that we could sell maybe 50 tickets in these places. Blown away, and incredibly lucky and grateful. Extremely surprised. Absolutely amazed. That it's been a lot more than that. This leg of the tour with Kay is nearly over. This part of the tour, this phase of the tour, but it's been incredible. Huge thanks to her and G for sharing their insane talent every night. Also honored that the legend that is V came out to New Jersey and Washington, D.C. Every ounce of him is just pure goodness. I don't need to talk up his talent. I wish I could go to the start and doing it again. But I think that's the beauty of it. And what makes each night so special? Looking forward to coming back to every city. And looking forward to the cities we've yet to hit. Last photo. Thanks a million. Darren.
Are you going to? Pattern practice. Are you going to call her back? Gonna. Are you gonna call her back? Are you going to invite Tom? Are you gonna invite Tom? Are you going to watch the Olympics? Are you gonna watch the Olympics? Are you going to work tomorrow? Are you gonna work tomorrow? Are you going to walk to the store? Are you gonna walk to the store? Are you going to get a new smartphone? Gonna. Are you gonna get a new smartphone? Are you going to get married? Are you gonna get married? Are you going to tell her what I said? Are you gonna tell her what I said? Are you going to tell the police that? Are you gonna tell the police that? Are you going to have a party? Are you gonna have a party? Are you going to have children one day? Are you gonna have children one day? Are you going to be in Chicago? Gonna. Are you gonna be in Chicago? Are you going to be there? Are you gonna be there? Are you going to be busy this weekend? Are you gonna be busy this weekend? Are you going to be all right? Are you gonna be all right? Are you going to be okay if all social media is erased? Are you gonna be okay if all social media is erased? Are you going to be single for the rest of your life? Are you gonna be single for the rest of your life? Are you going to be doing social media? Are you gonna be doing social media? As you, or as a business? Aren't you going to be late? Gonna. Aren't you gonna be late? Aren't you going to be exhausted? Aren't you gonna be exhausted? Aren't you going to be bored if you retire early? Aren't you gonna be bored if you retire early? Are you going to be able to handle that? Are you gonna be able to handle that? Are you going to be able to look back? Are you gonna be able to look back? And think, I lived a good life. And what are you going to do for a living? What are you going to do for the rest of your life? Are you going to drive? Are you going to be able to do the things that everybody else does? These guys never questioned it.
Thanks for watching. I hope this helps your learning English.